Recruiting rankings versus results. MarkRogersTV, the voice of college football, discussing, debating, and analyzing the game we love. If you're a hardcore college football fan, this is the place to be. Share the videos on social media, subscribe, of course, like, as that helps build the channel, as well as comment. Provide your suggestions, your questions, and your recommendations for future videos. We have yet to complete our Power 5 series in which we're comparing the conferences and ranking those conferences for 2018. We'll get to that in just a few days. Please check out the videos analyzing the results from the Big Ten, the SEC, the ACC, the Big 12, and the Pac-12, and the introductory video where we explain our process. I couldn't wait to get started in this series since I came up with the idea, okay, we've got our recruiting rankings that seem to be accurate when assessing masses of talent, not necessarily individual players, and there are certainly classes that are ranked too high and too low as we look back on them 4 and 5 years later. But in mass, the recruiting rankings are extremely accurate. However, there are aberrations. There are programs that have traditionally outperformed their recruiting rankings, and then we have our underachievers. Then we also have rivals like Florida, Florida State, Miami. Alabama, Clemson, of course, has become a postseason rivalry where it's interesting to look back to see how these teams were built, how these athletes and these classes that built these rosters, how highly they were considered at the time, and what the results have been on the field. How have these coaching staffs developed or failed to develop this talent to produce results on the field? Our latest comparison is Urban Meyer's tenure at Ohio State versus Michigan. Now, we know that this is not a contest. Urban Meyer annihilated Michigan. He dominated Michigan. Ohio State has largely dominated Michigan since 2003. Keep in mind that aside from the Luke Fickell interim coach year in 2011, in which the Buckeyes finished 6-7 after a bowl loss to Florida, and Michigan finished in the top 10, defeating Virginia Tech to win the Sugar Bowl that year at 11-2. That was the only time Michigan has defeated Ohio State since all the way back in 2003. It's astonishing. Jim Tressel won his final 8 games against Michigan, and Urban Meyer won 7 straight. So let's compare Brady Hoke and Jim Harbaugh's performance against Urban Meyer. Head-to-head, it was no contest. Urban Meyer 7, Michigan nothing. But in regards to them battling it out on the recruiting trail and then developing players and the results on the field, let's look at Ohio State and Michigan 2012 through 2018. Ohio State under Urban Meyer went 86-9. They tied for the fewest losses in college football during that span. Alabama and Ohio State only lost 9 games each from 2012 through 18. Alabama won a few more games, having made the college football playoff more times. So Nick Saban with a slightly better record than Urban Meyer during that 7-year run. But in regards to losses, Ohio State and Alabama only lost 9 games, the best record in the country. Ohio State, again, 86-9 under Urban Meyer. Michigan, 58-32. All right, Ohio State in the Big Ten during that time frame went 55-4. 55-4 in conference. Michigan went 38-21. Ohio State won a national championship. Of course, Michigan has not won one since 1997. Ohio State won 4 conference championships. So I am including 2012. Ohio State did not officially win the Big Ten. They did not play in the Big Ten championship game. Of course, that was the probation carryover from the tattoo gate under Jim Tressel. But I'm looking at results here. And the results are that Ohio State was by far the best team in the conference that year, having gone undefeated at 12-0. Nobody else was better than Wisconsin won the Big Ten. They went 8-5. So just looking at results on the field, that was basically a conference championship for Ohio State. So give them 4 for this comparison and 5 division championships. The one time the Buckeyes failed to complete the conference championship after winning the division was in 2013, losing to Michigan State in the Big Ten title game. Michigan 0-0-0. National championships, conference championships, division championships. Ohio State finished ranked in the final top 25 and actually in the final top 10, depending on your service, in all 7 seasons under Urban Meyer. Michigan finished ranked 4 times in 7 seasons. Ohio State's average rank was number 4 in the country. Michigan's number 26. The Buckeyes under Urban Meyer, according to the AP, finished ranked number 3, 12, number 1, 4, 6, 5, and 3. Michigan finished ranked at number 24 in 2012, unranked in 13 and 14, number 12 in 2015, number 10 in 16, then unranked after going 8 and 5 and losing the Outback Bowl to South Carolina in 2017, and then Michigan finished number 14 this season in 2018. All right, the recruiting classes. Michigan recruited well under Hoke and Harbaugh for the most part and averaged a recruiting ranking according to the 247 composite at number 14.6 in the nation. Ohio State, though, recruited incredibly, second only to Alabama, with an average recruiting class of 2.6 under Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer signed 14 5-stars. Michigan signed 5. Urban Meyer signed 113 4-stars. Michigan signed 86. 27 more 4-stars and 9 more 5-stars for Urban Meyer during his tenure at Ohio State from 2012 through the 2018 recruiting class. Now it's Ryan Day versus Jim Harbaugh. Will Ryan Day be able to uphold the Urban Meyer standard? Will he be able to eclipse it, which is almost impossible, but certainly it could be done since Urban Meyer had a few disappointing postseason and in-season losses that cost Ohio State a shot at multiple national championships. And, of course, Jim Harbaugh, having started a great run in 2018, his team faltered down the stretch again against Ohio State and Florida. Ryan Day versus Jim Harbaugh. Would love to get your thoughts on where you think these programs are headed in 2019 and beyond. Have we missed anything in the analysis of 2012 through 2018 under Urban Meyer at Ohio State and his comparison against the team up north? Right here at MarkRogersTV, the voice of college football. Please share the videos, subscribe, like, and comment. We need to hear from you, and we will see you next time.